Welcome everyone to an arena video. I'm Andrea Mengucci, and this video is sponsored to you by Wizards of the Coast and channelfireball.com. Alright, I'm still 900, nice. Still top 1000 though, holding still. Alright, a great hand to keep on the play. This is just a one-lander, but with a tempo, we can dig up to 2 cards. And then we can go off with our Llanowar Elf into Rise and Reef into doubles Leaf King Druid. Good morning, Gira. It's been a while. It's been a while, everyone. I'll be streaming for... basically, my streaming schedule is whenever I'm home. Whenever I'm home. And I just competed in the Pro Tour, so I'll be home for a while. And, what's this? Our opponent mulligans to 6, we scry, and there's a land on top. Alright, so, I'm going to go for Leaf King Druid turn 2. Even if I have Rise and Reef, I think I'd rather just play my more expensive ramp spell. No. I played Phoenix. If you guys want to know more about me, you can check on Twitter. I posted the decks that I've played with all the decisions that I made. So I've played this list at the PT, Mia, and then I scrubbed the PT, played the GP, and went almost top 8 with this Ogak list. And I wrote an article for Channel Fireball yesterday. It will go up soon, and it kinda tells you the story. Alright, I'll play against Thorn Food Falls, which should mean Escape Shift, if I'm not mistaken. It could also be the Blue-Green Steel. Sorry, Flash, but it isn't. Okay, now, I think I'm gonna go for Leaf King Druid, Llanowar Elf over Horizon Reef. Sure, I give up the value of Rise and Reef and then Leaf King Druid, but like if I go with Rise and Reef and I don't hit a land, I just basically pass the turn. Whereas what I want to do here is just ramp up. Okay, so I'll play Paradise Druid here. I guess I can get countered. That suck. It's actually fine though. So I'll top Llanowar Elf and this land, and then play Paradise Druid. If they counter it, sure. If they don't counter it, this Leaf King Druid had 4 mana. So now I can play Cavalier of Thorns, but I kind of smell a counter magic from my opponent's side. They can also just charge up the Blast Zone and then sweep my board. So I think I'd rather just play Cavalier of Thorns here. If they have a counter, that's fine. I'll still on top with a tons of mana to play my Crazes. Okay. And if they blow up the Blast Zone for killing my 2/3 creature, it's not gonna be a big deal because they'll still like wasteland themselves. And I lose 3 creature. That's okay. That's pretty bad. But you know, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I don't know which deck are they though. Like, that could it be the Blue-Green Flash? I don't know. Is there something wrong with Modern? Yeah, I mean, it's been something wrong with Modern since the beginning. So yes, there is something wrong. Alright, I'll play Rise and Reef. And that's a classic landing to play. Rise and Reef, too good. They attack so far ahead. Yeah, I know, but I'd rather play safe. I think, Cavalier there is pretty good. Alright, Field of Death. So playing officially against Escape Shift. How did Javier convince you to play Phoenix over Ogak? Oh, by practicing. We practiced the matchup a lot, and at the end, it felt good for Phoenix. Phoenix was one of the few decks that I was playing Ogak for the most part of my testing, and then kind of switched over. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm still happy with my decision. Okay. I drew 2 cards, which is like a lot if you think about it, but at the end of the day, your opponent can now go they can't go Escape Shift yet. They can go Escape Shift next turn. Okay, I think I'm gonna go attack with Rise and Reef here. I don't have any elementals to trigger the Rise and Reef, and I'd rather deal 5 damage here. Do you think Historic will be a good format? No, I don't think so. I think it'll be a fine format for whoever doesn't want to buy new cards or something, but they definitely don't use R&D resources on historic, so it can't be a good format if they don't use R&D resources. Are you a fan of modern now? No, never been. We got deputy. We do, yeah. We do got deputy. We should play more deputy maybe. I don't know. Deputy does seems very good against the zombies. The original list is playing 2 Deputy, 2 Voracious Hydra. I've been very impressed with Voracious Hydra before. So that's I was playing 4 and 0, but now I went 3 and 1, but maybe it should be 2 and 2. Alright, so the Exile my Rising Reef. Wow, that's a powerful play. That's very the Rising Reef is very scary. Hello Andrea, long time no see. Exactly, long time no see. I was playing a lot of modern these weeks. Alright, time to Nissa. Okay, what do we do with Nissa? We will just attack the Teferi down. I'll untap probably a Hollowed Fountain. Yes. And then I'll attack Teferi. We could ignore Teferi. What if we ignore Teferi? Now we can get a skip shift end of turn. Skip shift end of turn is a very big threat. Yeah, I had great time. I had great time. Spanish food was obviously great, but I kind of can't wait to eat some pizza here. Pizza is really something that I was missing these days. There's only one format that starts with the end, landed legacy. Exactly. I don't know. It's kind of one of the situations where you attack face and then you just regret it a lot. I think I would have regretted a lot if I attacked face. Wait, what does this do exactly? Okay. If you don't have a land drop, don't reveal lands instead of Rising Reef. Yes, I know. Oh, okay. Play them on tap and conceal information. Yes. I play with Rising Reef a little bit. Okay, is my opponent dead on board? That would have been had I attacked them instead of the Fairy, because they would have been 6, and then the two actually they wouldn't be dead because they still have a Rejuvenator. Oh no, yeah, they would have been dead for sure, because I can go Righteous Hydra on the Rejuvenator, I can Deputy the tokens, and then they would have been dead. So it's not really a mistake, because any turns could have gone very different. Also, if they had Escape Shift or even Circular's Route, they would have just passed with it up, and then they would have played Circular's Route in combat. So that wouldn't have been dead if they had the Fairy up, because the Fairy makes cast sorcery. Alright, other than this, what do we want to do here? I think what I'm going to do is just cast a large Hydroid Crazes and pass the turn. Hydroid Crazes hopefully will be lethal. I'll just tap, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so X equal 9. Nope. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why? Why it's not X equal 9? 2, 4, 6, 8. Ah. Oh, X equal 9. What's wrong with this? 9. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. When I was playing Arena last time, it was immediate. Every time it was immediate. All right. So let's discard this. Let's discard another Crazes maybe. Maybe Rising Reef. Yeah, I don't need Rising Reef. Yeah. They would have played yeah, exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't have been dead. Okay, so they put a bunch of tokens. Yeah, I think killing the fairy is very important against this Cave Shift deck. The fairy is really powerful for them. I thought you didn't like the white splash. What happened? Um, hmm. Maybe it happened that the Simic steal isn't very good anymore. There's not many things to steal, and you kind of need instead a more cheap and early plan that the fairy gives you. So yeah, you have those lots now. Was it hot in Barca? It was. It was very hot indeed. It was very hot indeed. Luckily, we had a very nice swimming pool to help us against the hot in the hottest hours. Okay, yeah, we should definitely put more deputy in this deck. There's only one in the main, one in the sideboard, but Deputy right now, it's easy, easy. Yeah, yeah, Grazer. Yeah, so we have the win here. I don't know how many life total can I put in gain of this Field of Death, but I think I can. I am able to go Voracious Hydra on this, Voracious Hydra on actually Teferi bounce on that, and then Deputy on that because I have Nisa to untap my lands. So they gain a bunch of life, but I think we should win the game here. Remember, escape shift is not like the same in modern, where they just escape shift and you die off Valaka. They just play escape shift and I don't know, scry a bunch, gain a bunch of life, and put a bunch of tokens. Maybe they don't even gain life. I don't know. Yeah, they don't even gain life. Wow, Azur's Guildgate, really? Okay. 19 tokens. Unfortunately, they're not hasty. They should have some anger in the graveyard. That would be cool. Everything hasty. Bam. Is there something that gives everyone haste? Some planeswalker, right? Samut. Samut gives everything haste, probably. Alright, Nisa is actually dead here. There's nothing to... There's no way to save it. I mean, actually, I don't even care about killing the Sokens, because I just need to kill the Grazer. Alright, how do we kill the Grazer? Okay, I'll kill the Grazer like this. Is Cavalier still good? It's usually the first thing I cut. Seems low for me right now. I don't know. This is really the first game that I play after a very long time. So, unfortunately, all these questions I will not be able very much to answer properly. Okay, so we want, for sure, the cards that interact with Escape Shift, and maybe the Throw Mystic as well. What is the cards that we want to cut here? Maybe the Voracious Hydra. They don't seem to have that many creatures. A Finale of Glory could be a win con. It could even beat the Fairy Escape Shift maybe. Ah, probably not, right? Yeah. 3 cards left. I could cut Cavalier. I think I want to keep the Fairy because it stops my opponent Teferi. Like if your opponent plays Teferi, you play your own Teferi, they can't instant speed their things, which is very cool. Like if kind of yeah, I think I might just cut the Cavaliers as someone was pointing out. In this matchup, it does seems pretty bad. Sorry. And what else? Maybe one Frail Mystic. Maybe one Teferi. No, maybe one Frail Mystic on the draw. Maybe sometimes it's hard. When's the next MC? Yes. Now, Modern is long gone. We don't have to play Modern anymore. And in the future, it's only Standard, luckily. Thank God. Luca Mo, yeah, whatever. That's a kind of a play that, sure, after a full turn, yes, it would have been better, but you don't know exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, that would have probably been better, but it doesn't really change much to the economy of the game, I think. Alright, I think I'm gonna start at the bottom land. So on turn 2, I play... Yeah, actually, no. I think I'm gonna go for Hallowed Fountain. I could need triple green. How is Nexus doing right now? I don't know, my friends. I don't know, my friends. I know that you all want answer for me, but unfortunately in Standard I can't really give you because I've been practicing Modern and Modern Horizon Draft for a very long time. And I just came back from Barcelona where I... Okay, so just like before, I would rather play 2-drop and then 1-drop and leave things up. But on the other hand, my land is tapped, so I am still mana efficient by doing that. The Lanor Elves play. Temple Garden is interesting, but I also need something to clock my opponent, which I don't have currently. So I think I'm gonna bottom this. And basically, it's kind of if I have like 5 lands, so I think 5 lands is enough. When's the next Legacy video? Oh, there's 2 in the queue. Channel Fireball just is, I don't know, waiting. I guess it's Monday night there. They will, I mean, last one was on Friday night, so it's not that long ago. It's not that long ago. I have a lot of Legacy videos, all is ready. Okay, now we're gonna play the classic Partis Druid pass the turn with negate up, which is obviously very sketchy all the time, but there's not much I can do here. The next legacy videos will be with Blue Black Ninja. Blue Black Ninja is one, and the other deck is Humans. Humans in Legacy. Those are the next two Legacy videos. And actually I have to start making new ones, because I always, record them 1 week ahead. Alright, nothing is happening here. I am playing a Lanora Elf and probably passing the turn again. This Blastone is on 2 now, so they can't kill my elves. Had I played an elf last turn, my opponent would have maybe blast me. But they didn't. So now I'm just kind of waiting here. Very glad they didn't play at the fair. If that played the fairy on turn 2, this game would have been much different. Probably over. Wow, they put 2 more counters on the Blast Zone. Okay, so they want to kill Nisa with this Blast Zone. Do you think Modern can be fixed? No, it can't. Okay, they play Deputy. I'm gonna go for Frill Mystic. Not because I care a lot about this Deputy. I mean, Deputy is good here. But I mainly because I have a 3-2 now that can attack. I still have 2 counter magic up. Prize in the Realm, sure. Andrea, do you stream Legacy? No, I don't. I only stream Arena. I have a lot of Legacy content though. Many streamers this day only streams and then put on the YouTube their streams. But whereas I try to divide my content and still stream as well as putting on the internet Legacy videos. Okay, I kind of want to just have a AI Druid Crazes here. It will be a 3-3. This is a weird play, but actually, I'm happy with this. Ooh, Cedris. Oh, no, sorry, Cardris.
That's gotta become a meme at some point.
Thank you very much, Cardris, for your Twitch Prime sub. You're welcome. You are very welcome. Alright, opponent is very close to start making zombies. Ooh. Oh no, this is such a bad answer to Crazes. Yep. Yep. It did not go as we wanted this turn. Very bad. Thank you for years of Legacy content. You're welcome. You're priced out of Legacy? I'm sorry. It's not that Modern is much cheaper though. Like, sure, if you only own a deck, then Modern is cheaper. But if you try to be competitive, Modern is as expensive as Legacy. But of course, like, I don't wanna do the count in other people's wallets. This Bant looks gorgeous. Not when it loses though. We won game 1, but now we're losing. We're dead. Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna concede this game. Bowling heads, just it's very much right. Yeah, if nobody in your area has played it, you obviously, it's very bad to own the very expensive cards if you don't play with them. For me, they're basically my area. We only play Legacy. There's no store. We only play full proxy Legacy. So. Alright, this Ether Gust, I don't know. Javier likes this card so much. I'm gonna cut it. No Veil of Summer, the card is nuts. Is it? I don't know. It's in some matchups, not in, I don't know. I guess Manipulation, sure, it's great. But maybe people are playing less Manipulation now that Scapeshift is out. Yes, exactly. Eromier. Even though the Mythic Championship 6 is in a very long time, it's gonna be in October. The next big event that I'm looking forward is the MPL Weekly. The MPL Weekly are divisions, divided in 4 divisions, and we have to play Standard, and those are a big deal. Like maybe not for you because it's not. You don't perceive it as very close, but for us, it's an important event. Is Wipe good here? Ideally, it is, but I don't believe that time wipe is against Field of Death. Like, you want time wipe in a matchup where your opponent is like some dinosaur. That's my ideas of time wipe in this matchup. I'd play the Hydra. You mean the Voracious Hydra? Sure, you know, every card is good. It's just that I needed cut. I think I'm gonna keep on top this Rising Reef. It's not a land, but it guarantees me two, basically two explores. So hopefully we find a land off the top two cards. Do your house or your magic have more value? Oh, I don't own an house. I live still with my parents. So I'd say my magic cards for sure. Yes, MPL Weekly, I'm pretty sure it will be better. Obviously, I can't say anything yet, but they are trying to change things a little bit. Alright, let's see if they counter me, this Rising Reef. It would be pretty devastating if they counter this. No, they don't. Oof. What would it take for Death and Taxes to be competitive in Legacy these days? Modern Horizon to be deleted, because Plague Engineer and both Plague Engineer and ooh, you see, you see this Rising Reef that I chose to keep on top. You just give me two lands. Both Plague Engineer and Brandon 6 are very much a beating for Death and Taxes, which I think right now it's pushing out of metagame. Since when is there that click icon? This is Cardboard Live. It's not Deckmaster. It's much better than Deckmaster. Some streamers are using it, and I'm very happy. And he plans to make MPL a live broadcast. I don't think so. No, live broadcast would be a little bit against the, you know, the professionalism that you want to. But it's still gonna be. I think it's still gonna be very interesting. They're changing a little bit. Of course, I will not say anything about it, but I think it will be. Oh, this is the Trece. Yeah, this is like the scape shift thing where you can play Circuitous Route with 6 lands in play. How many lands did they have in play? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they had 5 lands in play and this triggered, right? Yeah, this triggered. Yeah, that's interesting. Alright, I don't know this attack, but it's not gonna change much. What do you think will be the focus for a banning standard? Um, don't never ask me that question again, okay? Standard is great. Nothing needs to be banned. Banning is the most awful things that only happens in modern because that's just a sick format. Bannings will never happen in standard in a very long time because the people that created Smuggler's Copter and Etherworks Marvel and Felidar Guardian hopefully no longer make magic cards for wizards. Alright, 5 lands. Things are. My hand is very, very clunky. Yeah, I will come to Ghent. Maybe. I don't know. I booked the travel, but I don't know yet. I did book a ticket though. Things are looking very bad here. My hand is so expensive. Yeah, there's not much I can do. I'm gonna play Nisa and hope to untap with her. I don't want them to ban anything. No, they will not ban anything. Forever. Forever. Alright. And I'll pass the turn. Okay, hopefully they don't have much in hand. I guess if they play Scape Shift is not the end of the world. I actually don't mind if they play Scape Shift here. If the fairy would have been a good card, I would have played it. Instead, it's in my hand since the starting of the game, and I still haven't played it, and that's not a good card. So I don't know, whatever. I just don't want to talk about this thing. I want to enjoy standard. I don't want to talk about bans. That's modern. You go watch some stream of modern. Oh, I didn't see this play coming. Wow, the Field of Ruin might land. That's great. All right. All right, that's cool. I mean, not only does they raft, I went 0-3 modern as well. Just went 1-5, so the PT didn't go right. I mean, I have cashed the last 9 PT. I had the longest streak active at the Pro Tour, so the streak needed to end at some point. All right, they did kill my Nisa. I do have 3 mana to cast Deputy of Detention on these deputies. Uh-huh. Alright, I have one card in hand. Hopefully it's a bad one. Alright, let's kick things off with Deputy, on the Deputies. And then, ideally, I hit a land to put in my hand so I can play another Rise and Reef. Because I still need to make a land drop. I remember, Rise and Reef is an option. You can either choose to... Oh, Veil of Summer? Uh-oh. Yeah, Olgak Depths is great. I did a legacy video with it. I also have it built, but unfortunately I didn't play any legacy side event in Barcelona. I wish I did. All right, I make more zombies, more tokens. Unfortunately, there's no way I can go to Fairy, bounce my deputy, replay it. So I think things will look very bad right now. Things are probably over. Maybe with this draw. Maybe with this draw. I haven't done the math. It's probably not. It's definitely too much. Because I bounced this, but then I just replay it. Alright, good game. Good game. Well, that crushes Escape Shift. I don't know. Again, this is my first standard stream after beating Barcelona, so pretty long time. I haven't played Arena in basically 2 weeks. I had all my quests here to crack. Bounce your own deputy, find the plains, exile zombies. I was also missing island. I had 2 forest untapped. What do you think is a decent budget deck in Legacy? Now with the new cards. Alright, what's the budget deck? It's very hard to talk about budget decks in Legacy because even the decks without dual lands are still quite expensive. I did record with Mono Blue Delver. They didn't have any dual lands. Mono Blue Delver, I think I went 3-2 with it. That's obviously, you know, kind of a budget deck because you don't play dual lands. It's still a Force of Will and such. Then Death Shadow, it's still an archetype. Yeah, usually if you want to build a budget deck, you are looking to... You have the blue duels. Oh, then that's not budget deck if you have the blue duels. That's a very expensive deck. If you have the blue duels, basically you can build anything in Legacy. Is 3 mana Teferi played in Legacy? Someone do, yeah, in Miracles, but it's not very good. Basically in Legacy, the blue cards are overpowered, but there's Red Elemental Blast, which keeps everything in check. Okay. Alright, let's go for turn 3 Nissa here. I'll play Paradise, Llanowar Elves and Leaf King Druid. Next turn, I can play Paradise Druid and Nissa. Actually, I can't because I have a top land, so I'll just play Nissa and then Paradise Druid. Are there any rewards for being high mythic rank? Basically not. If you're top 1000, you get qualified for the tournament. That's the only thing. So basically not. I have been doing very well overall with the Vampire deck. Yes, Vampires was a good deck. Okay, unfortunately, I cannot play Nissa because I have a Temple of Mystery, which is a card that I don't like. I see a lot of people play it in many copies, but I probably prefer Hinterland Arbor over it. I mean, Hinterland Arbor still don't make you play Llanowar Elf on turn 1, so maybe that's the reasoning behind that, but just imagine as a normal land, this game would have been very much over. Instead, I'm still fighting, you know? So that's definitely one of the things that I dislike about playing Temple of Mystery. Just top land in general are really not my jam in Constructed. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't want to play Ashiok. Like I don't know. It's like one of those people that were playing Ashiok against the Dread Horde. You know. All right. Opponent has played Nissa, which is very good. Can we play both Nissa and Voracious Hydra? This is interesting. We need to count here, guys. So if I play Nissa... Oh, that's a forest. Now I think I can do that. So I'll top this. And then I want to tap all the lands. Like I tap this, and this. I play Nissa. Then I have 2, 4, 5. I fight with the Glacial Fortress. And then I attack. On the other hand, I can play Nissa and Teferi to bounce the Glacial Fortress. That's probably better. because I really want to kill the Nisa, so I need at least 3 attackers. Okay, so I'll play Nisa. I'll play Nisa like this, and then I'll play Teferi bounce. Yes, okay, so I'll play Nisa. That's fine. I'll play Nisa. Yes, this is how you need to sequence the things. All right. So Nisa, bounce Glacial Fortress. Then I'll activate a land. And then I can actually fight with... No, I can't. So I'll activate a land, a non-blue land. So that if they... Okay, and then I'll kill Nisa. It's very important to kill the good planeswalkers, not the fairy. Alright, and then it's a perfect turn here. Perfect turn. So we needed to find a way to just completely stop Nisa. Whenever there's Nisa in the Nisa mirror match, the first priority is killing Nisa. Letting your opponent end up with Nisa is usually the start for the loss here. Yeah, cards like Amordigo, Ashiok, all these things just are not my thing. You can play them whenever you want, but I don't want to fight with card disadvantage any deck. I want to be able to have my own plan that's naturally good against those decks. Okay, so they kill my Glacial Fortress. That's fine. Now they have a 3-4, which I am going to kill with my own Voracious Hydra. So I have 2, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I'll use the Lifting Druid to play. So yeah, this X equals 4. So then I'll fight with the Voracious Hydra. Now it unlocked my... Now I should have tapped 2 more. But that's fine, I still have blockers in case my opponent plays Nisa here. Okay. Then I'll kill the fairy and I'll attack my opponent. I should have made the Hydra 2 bigger. I should have made the Hydra 2 larger because I would have untapped and then I would have played the Lifting Druid. Hello, Kavu Bay. I'm doing good, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know what be Scape Shift. They have 4 grays or main deck, so that should make them solid. I think, you know, just a solid, good deck could beat Scape Shift. Definitely not some 4 mana 2/2 that steals the token or shit like that. Playing a lot of your Simic Ramp list, nice. Would you make any changes now? I don't know, my friend. I tried this deck now because I understand that I remember the matchup against Scape Shift being pretty bad, and now Scape Shift is pretty big. So I think that cutting the steel part is that it actually does make sense. Alright, I drew my Droid Crazes, which I'm very happy about. And now I will animate this forest and play... I guess I can attack first. I'll attack... So this is Trample, right? So I'll attack Teferi with this and land with that. As I said, you kinda always want to kill Teferi. You never know what they can play instant speed. And now I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. So I'll play this, X equal 10. And then I'll pass the turn with the hand refilled. How come White Win is bad right now? Oh, because Scape Shift just... you can go like turn 4, turn 6, Scape Shift. Or maybe turn 5 with some protection. What are you playing in Pauper? I'm not really playing Pauper right now. Last time I played Pauper was with Blue Red Thread Accumulated Knowledge. I wrote an article, I made a video about it. But I haven't done any event in a while in Pauper. I actually went one time to a tournament just to watch because I arrived late. And everyone was playing Tron and it was like, you know what? I don't really want to play Pauper right now. It really felt to me like not fun at all at the moment. With it, like everyone's playing Tron basically. Okay, so Baffling End is good, but I don't think it's good enough to make me sideboard it in. I think I want Ether Gust. Because this can also answer Nisa in your turn. I just slow them down. And I'm not sure about the time wipe. Maybe on the draw it's good enough. Maybe I think it's good. Maybe I want to cut the fairies. Not sure what's the proper sideboard plan. I'm gonna try and cut the fairies. And yeah, I'll try Singleton Time Wipe. Do you have any commander decks? No, no, no commander. So, Blue-Red Phoenix is unplayable right now. In Standard? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody plays it, so I assume that's the reason. What about some Ashiok? As I said earlier, I don't like cards that are disadvantaged. I don't like Amortigo, Ashiok, Cage, all these cards where you play them and then just go lose that card that you can never get back. I like to just have answer that are proactive, or in case of a counter magic, are reactive cards, but it's still a 1-for-1. I really dislike a reactive 1-for-0 card. Could Grazer replace elves post rotation? No. In this deck, you mean? No. You just play more ramp spell. Incubation Druid is still in the format. You're gonna slow down, but I think I think you can do it. Yes. Tamil seems worse than Veiling the Cyborg. Maybe Tamil is, I think, more for Esper. Oh, you mean in modern? I don't know. I mean, I played only 3 rounds. In testing, it was doing very well against Hogak. I played 3 rounds. I played 1 mirror. I played 2 mirrors and 1 Eldrazi that went 0-3. It's just 3 matches of Magic. I think it's very. I think I was happy with my deck choice. It just didn't go well. Yeah, I mean, it's a very. I think it's still a very good deck. Still a very good deck. It's a very hard deck, so you don't see it making results, but because it's very hard. But in testing, when we had Javier, and I guess, okay, so they decide to sideboard in Buffling End. Yes, I understand the Veil is for Esper, but I don't think it's the same power level. I think they're on a different power level here. Alright, I think I'm gonna slow roll this Lifkin Druid because I still have my land here. I don't want to draw land, so I want to play Temple of Mystery. Alright, that's fine. That's better than a land. Also, can draw Rise and Reef, at which point the Lifkin Druid would be better in hand than in play. What was the best food? We had a lot of special meals. We had a very, very many special meals. The best food? It's a tough question. It's a tough question. I'm just gonna go easy answer croquetas, but I don't know if that's actually a right one. We had like some very good pulpo. We had cochinillo. We had, yeah, just a lot of different things. Alright, so we have Ether Gust for Nisa. If opponent passes here, I'm gonna Ether Gust this Leaf King Druid. What happened to the old card after rotation? Is there what we know? You don't. You keep the cards and there's Historic. But they announced like 1 month ago, so I think at this point it's okay. So I think they're cooking a Frill Mystic there. So since they're cooking a Frill Mystic there, I'm just gonna play a Voracious Hydra. Maybe just pass the turn. You know what? I'm just gonna play Nisa, whatever. Let them counter it. If I just pass the turn and if I just pass the turn here, I don't really go anywhere. Now it's very bad if they go Nisa, but they didn't have Nisa last turn, and that's my feeling. So many green players that are going through their first 4 rotation. How long did it take you team to figure out? Oh, when I left last Thursday for Barcelona, I knew I would have played Ogak. I knew I would have played Ogak. I went for a league. As soon as we arrived, I went 4-1. Next league 5-0, and then we just start practicing a lot. And then the Canister went 12-0 in the modern, and I was very scared. So it's probably my bad. I should have just stick to Ogak. I don't think Ogak was particularly good at PT though. People were very prepared. I think I'm happy with the choices that we made. Alright, so I'll play Nisa. And then I don't want to play Voracious Hydra. Even if it kills things, I just rather play a bigger Hydra. So I could target a temple, so if they bounce it, I scry. I think that's actually better. I have so much mana that I don't think. Yeah. I'm actually happy with this. Does Hogak have anything against the Leyline of the Void? Yeah, I mean, let's do this. Let's not talk about Hogak. Yeah, I mean, it does, of course. What do? Just concede if they play Leyline? Yes, you do have Force of Vigor, and you have Naturous Claim, but there was a beef stew croquetas. Oh, I know, croquetas I tried many kind, but at the end, croquetas with pollo is by far the best. That's what I think. Every other kind of croquetas was to me like kinda just to add more to something that was already good. That's why I didn't like it. Alright, I think I'm gonna just trade here. I'll trade. I draw land or elf, not ideal. So I'll just play a Voracious Hydra and fighting with this Cavalier is pretty bad. I'm gonna just fight with the Hydroid crazes. So how much mana do I have? So let's play this first. So the Lifting Droid adds 2 more mana. So this is x equal 9. I can actually just make this 18-18. Maybe that's better. What if I go 18-18 here? Instead of 9-10. I do kill a creature though. But 18-18 could just kill them next turn. If they have an answer to it, it's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna go safe and fight. Ham croquetas, yeah, no, I prefer chicken, so pollo croquetas by far, yeah. Have you been to France? I've been very many times to France, yes. Okay, so they went Rise and Reef. It doesn't do too much though. And Lana Elf. Now I kind of regret not having gone for the 18-19 Hydra. Kill the 5/6. No, I don't want to kill the 5/6 or they put on top the Baffling End, which kills my Voracious Hydra. If you click on the Cardboard Live app, you can see what the cards do. Okay, guys? I suggest you to do that. Okay, this is a weird attack. I really don't like this attack from my opponent. If they kick back the 5/6, it's great because I can't attack with the Hydra. Now that they attack, I can just chump block it and then just attack back. So let's attack back. Yeah. Yeah, I try to speak a lot of Spanish with Javier's parents, but really a lot. So yeah, because they don't speak any English. So whenever I was talking to them, my mind was like, all right, I need to talk in English, but then like, oh wait, no wait, they don't understand it, so I need to talk in Spanish, and some words I don't know in Spanish, so I was talking in Italian. So it was very cool to interact with them. Uh, uh, um, Alright, I passed the turn. This time they recognize they shouldn't attack with a Cavalier of Thorns. I'll play my own Cavalier of Thorns here. Trigger. Alright, let's see if this is lethal though. Because so they need to block all my creatures, right? But this is a 9-10, which has trample. So I think what I'm doing here is not really counting too much and just right click attack with all. And I don't know. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. Is Spanish similar to Italian? Yes, very much. Did Javier drive you everywhere? No, we were staying at home for the whole time. We stayed at home and playtested because that's the reason why we were there. We also had a lot of fun, but the main reason why we were there is definitely the practicing. Yeah, you can communicate in Italian. Some words are different though, but for the most part, they are the same. So very important here, the play for my opponent earlier were Cavalier of Thorns. Okay, guys, you have to realize the mistake. I had a Voracious Hydra. Okay, now another lesson. Another lesson. My opponent double blocked, and trample means that so if you stick away auto assign combat damage, you can over assign damage. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna over assign damage on this Lifting Druid, and I'm not gonna kill the Cavalier of Thorns. Okay, maybe it was lethal if I'd done it. No, it wasn't. So it is very important that you know that rule. You need to go gameplay and go auto assign combat damage. Trample works like that. A normal creature wouldn't have been able to do that. But since our creature has trample, you can do this little thing. First time I thought it was auto, but then I learned that you need to do this thing, auto assign combat damage, but it can only happen if a creature has trample. A normal creature would be able. Oh yes, maybe. Maybe that's also true. Yeah. Also, I don't know why I thought. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it only a creature with trample. That's wrong. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. The thing is that if a creature has death touch. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Any creature could have done it, but if a creature has death touch, you can't do that. I think that's what I was supposed to say. I just said it wrong. In my mind, I was like, yeah. Is that shrimp paper or just an arena? Oh no, I mean arena is exactly like paper. So yeah. Trample, trample is not the reason. Yeah, I don't know why I thought about that. Is that if my creature had death touch though, I can't over assign damage. I have to kill both. So what I did was my opponent blocked with total 9 toughness, so there was no point for me to get through the damage on both creature because if the Cavalier dies, they put on top the buff again and kill my Hydra. So what I did was I assigned 9 damage. Even with that, you can assign 1 as well. All right, maybe I'm just wrong then. Maybe I'm just wrong then. It's not a thing that happens very often. Whenever you play paper, you can just call for a judge on these little things. What if a person, if it's trample and death touch, then what happens is that you can assign 1 damage, and then the rest to face. So if my Hydra gets death touch there, I could have gone 1-1-7. Okay, opponent played Teferi. I'm not gonna bother too much, and I'll play my Elite Guard Mage. Actually, yeah, I can't play Glacial Fortress, unfortunately. I could have just, you know what? I'm gonna play Rise and Reef here. I don't want my opponent to bounce my Paradise Druid, and I want to be able to play Nissa for sure next turn. So this is what I'm gonna do here. Gonna kill the... I'm gonna kill the... I'm not gonna make my opponent able to bounce my Paradise Druid. Okay, they have 2 mana up. This is scary, but I don't think they play many things main deck in order to punish me here. So I'm just gonna go play Nissa. Hopefully they don't counter it. Okay, very good. Then I'm going to untap a forest. And I'm going to attack with both my creatures. I don't care if they kill my Rise and Reef. If all I want to do here is shut them off of mana, so sure, Rise and Reef would have grant me advantage, but I'm not about that game plan right now. I'm more about, like, denying my opponent the extra mana. Voracious Hydra dies if they fight creature. Yes, it dies. Yes. You wouldn't attack with Reef. I think I'm happy with that attack. I think I'm very happy with this trade. I'm so far ahead that I don't need to get more far. Whereas my opponent needs to come back, okay? And they do it with an extra mana. Let's say this turn I could have played, I don't know, a Crazes for 4, okay? Or just double 3 drop. Whereas now, they can only play a little less. Alright, a lot of people are playing Prize in Realm, a card that I'm not very big fan of. Okay, so they kill their own Teferi, and then they pass the turn. What do we want to do here? My plan is bounce this Prison Realm. I'll tap the non-forest land. So I'll tap like this. So I'll play Teferi, bounce this Prison Realm, and then I will have a lot more mana so that I can play many magic cards. Many magical cards, and my opponent explodes because they're too far behind. I don't like Present Realm. I suggest you not play it in any deck. It's kind of a disrespectful attack for 1 damage. What do you mean? No Aniage Forests, Andrea. No Aniage Forest. I'm not a fan of. Alright, I can see the match. Alright. Was it a fairy this good? It was 3 mana bounce a permanent. It wasn't that good. For 3 mana you can do many other things instead of just bouncing a permanent. You can even kill the permanent sometimes. Alright, I'll play first. And we keep. Good morning, Xero76. And thank you very much, guys, for welcoming me, so many people. I am just got back yesterday from Barcelona, Spain, where I've competed in the Modern and Modern Horizons Pro Tour. The Pro Tour went very bad. I dropped very early in day one, and then I played the GP where I started 10-1, and then the wheel fell off and I wasn't able to reach the top 8, unfortunately. Okay, now we have an option. It's to either play Ryzen Reef or Leaf King Druid. Since I don't have the fifth land, I don't want to play. No, wait, I do have the fifth land. What am I talking about? Alright, then I'll play Leaf King Druid. And I'm even going to attack. I think my opponent's playing Nexus, so there's not that many ways my opponent can punish me here with this attack. Is Andrea an unisex name? It's a male name, yes. Okay, Root Snare. They could have a counter magic, but I don't really bother too much. I'm just gonna play Nisa here. Alright, and I'll untap this forest. And do I want to attack with it? Yes, I will. I think a Blink of an Eye cannot bounce a land, so I'm fine with this attack. If they were like sort of a red deck, then I would have just immediately played Paradise Druid in case they would have bolted my forest. Yes, Andrea is an Italian name. If you are not familiar, there's some pretty famous Andrea in Italy. Who are the most famous Andrea in Italy? Andrea Bocelli, probably. Andrea Pirlo. Someone could know Pirlo more than Bocelli for football reasons. What a silly conversation. Oh, it's fine. We don't have much to talk about either way. I mean, better than talk about banning cards in standard. I think it's better to talk about if a name is a sex. What sex is the name? Andrea is a Greek name, yes, from Androgynos. Androgynos. Pirlo would win at football, yes. Alright, definitely don't want land. Alright, I do have a lot of mana here. Opponent has a Wilderness Reclamation. I have two. I think this game I need to attack. I need to get very, very aggressive. So I'm gonna attack with a lot of creatures, and my Hadroid crazes will be smaller, marginally smaller, but I just want to pressure them. So attack for 10 now, and then my opponent next turn they already need to start. They already need to fog me. Fog you. So this is a pretty good turn 4. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe it's not enough, funnily enough. Alright, we drew Teferi, which is very good in this matchup, but who knows if we're gonna tap this turn. Most my favorite football club. I don't really follow football that much. I was rooting for Juventus because my family all roots for Juventus, but I really dislike the new coach that they got, so this year I'm just not gonna root for anyone. What are your expectations about the Age Reign, the next expansion? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who will be the next Teferi on 5? I think Nisa is replacing Teferi already. You don't see any Teferi on 5 for a pretty long time. I was going, hello, Primo. It's all very good. Are you a big fan of football? No, I don't follow football at all. Alright, luckily they can't kill me this turn, so that's a good window to resolve a Teferi Time Raveler. Okay, so I'm just going to attack for lethal at them. They will fog me for sure. They will say, fog you. Okay, second main phase. Second main phase. We need to resolve the fairy. I think I'm gonna take this. I'm going to take things low. I'm gonna play Resin Reef first. I have a lot of mana in this game. Very much mana. So what I want to do here is just get a lot of value with all my cards, and then play Teferi. And then hopefully run them out of Root Snare. Okay, I still have to untap a land here. So what I'm going to do is untapping a temple garden, playing the Fairy Time Raveler. What do I want to bounce? I'll bounce the search for Atscanta so my opponent will not flip it. Bouncing Wilderness Reclamation at the end of the day doesn't do too much because I can just replay it and still on top of the lands. They can't do anything with them, but they can't do anything with them either way. So do I want to play a Crisis for not that much? Probably not. I'd rather just play a Tapland's Cry. Voracious Hydra, I don't like it. And then I just play a Llanowar Elf and pass the turn. Alright, this is my turn 5. Pretty good. What's happening, guys, in the chat? Cappuccettoso. My favorite Italian fairy tale is probably Pinocchio. Yeah, Pinocchio. Because at the school that I was... Oh, wow, I don't remember right now. Oh, the writer of Pinocchio. Who was the writer of Pinocchio?
Look at the look on Reed's face.
I
They
went-
can't quite believe what's happening to him here. That's got to become a meme at some point.
Alright, 1 second. I really need to... Collodi, yeah, Collodi, yeah. That was the school I went to. Good morning, Lorelastro, for your... Thank you very much for the 4th month in a row. Opponent is untapping lands, playing Nexus of Fate. I wonder where did my Teferi go? Where did my Teferi go? My Teferi got bounced. Nice. Thoughts on Present Realm? I said earlier how I don't like Present Realm. I think Present Realm is a very, very too easy to kill threat, and I don't like removal spell like that. Green is broken in standard. It's very good, yes. Good morning, Psychulol. Seems like we should have bounced Wilderness Reclamation and not Search. But what if they don't have Collapse Dismissal and they need to find it? They can find it with Search for Atscanta. This is the classic situation where chat say we should have done this after something happens. Sure, you know, very often you can see mistakes from after things happen. But most of the times in Magic, you have close decision. That's why the game is very hard. Because you have very close decision and they can go in a way or in another way. For example, if they already had Collapse Dismissal in hand, then it would have been better if I bounced Wilderness Reclamation. If not, it wouldn't have. So, you know, I think I'm fine with my choice, and that's okay. I'm gonna concede this game. I think my opponent has enough value. Do you think Shalai Bant? I don't like Shalai. Shalai is a card that you play it and it doesn't do anything. I really dislike cards like that. I want to be able to just immediately do something. Alright, so I'll sideboard in a bunch of interaction. I'm not sure about Tamio. I'll sideboard out for sure. I have Voracious Hydra and Final of Glory and Cavalier of Thorns. What else? Maybe one Rise and Reef. I think I want to have all my ramp spell and all the other good cards. So yes, I like this. Often, it's okay. Yeah, I was dead either way because they had in hand. Yeah, that's true. Because they had in hand Collapse Dismissal. Atscanta costing 2 less didn't matter. I mean, they couldn't flip it. They needed a Nexus of Fate the same turn to flip it, and that way they need to answer my Teferi. So, yeah. Alright, I'll play first. And, sure, this is a good hand. Not having Llanowar Elf sucks. I'm very glad Llanowar Elf is going to rotate out. Very, very glad. That card is a very big pain. It was kinda kept in check from Chainwhirler. So, you know, that was fine, but now the Chainwhirler, now the red is much worse than before. It's obviously just overpowered. Okay, Search for Atscanta is their play. So what to do here? I don't think I care about this search right now, so I don't want to go for Deputy. I'm just going to go Rise and Reef here. Just looking for lands to put into play. They just ramp me. Up. I don't want to pass with Feral Mystic on turn 3. I think Feral Mystic will be good at any point in this matchup, so it's okay. They're maybe looking for lands here, because they just graveyarded a pretty good card. Okay, Narset. Not a fan of Narset. Okay, so we will be killing Narset first thing we do, and then probably just play another Rise and Reef. Hopefully looking for 2 lands so we can cast 2 Lich King Druid. I kinda dislike Narset when there's creature in play, which is very often in this format. Alright, I'm gonna go for Rise and Reef over the Lich King Druid. I just want to hit my land drop. I don't know if you guys have the app, but you could see the cards directly from the app instead of writing them down. Writing them down sure works, but I think the Cardboard Live app is better. Unfortunately, I missed my land drop, which it's not that likely, but that's okay. Alright, they went for Wildness Acclamation and tap. Okay, I keep on missing land drop. That's definitely something that I did not want to happen. I'm gonna go for Leaf King Druid here. I will draw 2 cards off the Rise and Reef, so hopefully there will be a land there. Maybe even 2. Or none. Okay, this is very unfortunate. So what to do here? I think I'm just gonna go Ether Gust on this Wilderness Acclamation, maybe in draw step. But then I need to discard, and I kinda don't want to discard. I think I'm gonna go in draw step, Ether Gust on the Wilderness Reclamation. So yeah. I'll attack with these 2, and then I'm going to discard for a pretty large number. I'll discard 2 cards, but I don't think I'll use all these cards. So I'm gonna go end of turn. I'll let them do whatever they want to do. Yeah, Growth Spiral, it's fine. I just need to go draw step, put this on top or bottom, so that they can't replay Wilderness Acclamation. So I'm going to discard a Druid Crazes for sure, and what else? Maybe Teferi. So I'll let them do that Scanta thing. I'll let them draw a card, and then I'll play Ether Gust on the Reclamation. The discard rule is pretty silly. Not really, because we're abusing the discard rule. We're drawing a lot of extra cards. Okay, I don't think it's silly. I think it's fine. I think it's silly in limited, but in constructed, it actually helps. The discard rule helps very much to punish the control deck. For example, whenever you play against control deck, very often you just... Alright, so we hit our land drop. We don't have Nissa, which is kind of unfortunate. So what to do here? I kind of want to... So they have 7 cards. I kind of want to deal with this Scanta. I really would have loved to have Nissa here. How much mana do I have? I have 3, I have 7 mana. So if I play Deputy, eat the Tamio, and play Teferi, bounce that Scant, I think that's a good line. I would not be able to... Yes, I would not be able to counter the Reclamation on the way back. But I think I'm fine with this. Oh, Ether Gust. That's a way to deal with the Reclamation next turn. Okay, so what we're doing here is trying to keep my opponent slow. We're trying to slow them down. Do you play Finale? Yes, if you go exclamation mark deck or just look in the app, you can see the cards they play. Okay, so we untap, play land. Now what I'm doing is same thing with the draw step thing. They can Blazo my Deputy away and get back the Tamio. And they can't counter it because this put direct into play, you don't cast it. So what am I going to do here? Wrong deck? Is it wrong deck? Oh, it is. That's strange. That's strange, but maybe that one is good. Alright. Let's play a Leaf King Druid first, which will trigger my Rise and Reef. I don't think 2 mana matters much. I still need... also, maybe mana matters, actually. Alright, we take action. This into play tapped. And what's the second one? And we draw Deputy. Very nice. Very nice. So what do we want to do with this Deputy? We could Deputy the Atscanta. Actually, I don't want to play Deputy, because my opponent has Blast Zone, which they can cut on 3 next turn, so I don't want to play Deputy here. I'll just, maybe I want to tap out. I'll just attack for 2, definitely 3, maybe with the Paradise Druid as well, because I have a lot of mana in my pool here. Yeah, this is actually better. I think I want to clock them. So I'm not gonna use any mana this turn, and just pass the turn with 5 mana up so that I can cast both the Negates and Aether Gust. Yeah. So, okay, the Blossom goes on 3 because they need to kill both Teferi and Deputy. The Search will flip. And I am going to just let him have the turn. I don't need to draw step Aether Gust. I can just second main phase Aether Gust. The Wilderness Reclamation. Yeah. So they can blow up the Blast Zone now to get back their Tamio. So that they can use it immediately. Next turn we can go Deputy on the Tamio. And then they do have Atscanta, but they don't have Wilderness Reclamation. I'm actually going to wait on the Aether Gust, because if I go Aether Gust in draw step, they can Tamio plus, as they did before. I should have just, even before, I should have just Aether Gust in second main phase, not in draw step. I don't know why I did on draw step. Exactly. So yeah, very, very close game here against this Nexus deck. Also, I need to go to the restrooms, which never helps. Okay, I'm going to go Negate on this thing. Or maybe, yeah, I don't want to go Frilled. Actually, I can go Frilled Mystic. No, I need to go Aether Gust. Maybe I don't negate the Narset. What is Narset even doing? Is Narset doing anything? I don't think so. We can just, because the thing is that if they go Aether Gust, they play a counter magic. Nah, they will not sideboard any counter. Actually, we have to fair. What am I talking about? They can't play any counter magic. So let's play this negate on the Narset. Okay. The bad thing is that if I second main phase Aether Gust the Awareness Reclamation, they still have priority to play another one. They still have priority to play another one. And in that case, it's pretty bad. So maybe I should have not countered the Narset. Very close game. This game is full of choices. Alright, what I do is just blasting my Blast Zone. At which point I'll bounce the Reclamation. Oh no, I made a mistake. Oh no. They get back Tamio. I should have waited on it. I thought for sure that I just would pass the turn, but instead get back to Tamio. Oh, my apologies. That was a mistake. I should have just waited in the turn. I wanted to just shortcut. We play 5 forests. That's why we play Negate over Dovin's Veto. Also, Leaf King Druid, that's green. The uncounterable clause is very marginal. Alright, that was a mistake, but hopefully it's not gonna bite us too much. Okay, so I'll play Deputy on the Tamio. I can play a Crisis for 5 here and leave Throw Mystic up, but I'd rather just just play a big Crisis later. Yeah, I know. But if, oh wait, no, that's not true. Actually, that's not true, because they could just that would have got me regardless. Like if they go past priority with that Tamio, I have to Aether Gust in second main phase, and then they can plus the Tamio. So that would be actually need to play pretty well in order to do that. Alright, so they go Colossus Missile. So they get back the Tamio. Alright, what to do here? I want to kill the Tamio for sure with these two things. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm gonna play Crisis for 10 here. X equal 8. Draw a bunch of cards. Alright. Now I need to attack the Tamio to death, so I'll do that. Yeah, no, as I told you, the reason is that we play 5 Forest and Leaf King Druid. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we pass the turn. Your opponent has a 1 exclamation plus in Atscanta, but they don't have another land to use it to use it twice. Or maybe they still can because they float 1 mana. Yes, no, they can't. They can't actually use it twice. But still, it would give me the time to go Deputy of Mutation on that. Also, next turn it's already lethal, so my opponent has to. I don't think they can. They kill me this turn? I don't think so, right? This is Bant. We're playing white. Alright, so they use that Scanta. Did they miss? I think they missed. I think they missed on that Scanta. Alright, it's gonna be an upkeep root snare. That's okay. So, what do we want to do here? I'm definitely going for the... Alright, so let's play Nisa first, so that our forest add more mana. Then, let's play... Then, let's play... what do we want to play here? Probably a Deputy. On the Wilderness. And then I'll just stop out to play the Crazes. I can actually leave like one land out. Maybe that's better. In case I draw one of the Negates or Aethergust. Even though I think I only have 2 and I already drawn a bunch of them. Yeah, so that's unlikely. So they bounce their Wilderness Acclamation, okay. No, I think I'd rather just... so how much is this? How many cards do I draw if I top like this? I draw a lot of cards. I only have 1 out here. There's only 1 negate left in my deck. Maybe I'm better off in just doing like this. So that the Teferi is an out. I think that's actually better. So I'll pay X equal 8. And then if I draw Teferi, it's a very good draw. I don't draw Teferi. I'll draw Rise and Reef, so let's play it. And then if my opponent kills me this turn, they kill me. Alright, that's a Scry. And I'll pass the turn. Yeah. Whatever, I'll attack. Are there any Gust left? There's only 1 Negate left, but I also had like 3 Teferi left, I think. Yeah. So, actually 2 Teferi left. There's not much left. 27 cards only. Alright, so they untap, they'll float mana, use the Atscanta. Oh, they just played... looks like they just played a Nexus. Oh no, they look for Atscanta, okay. Yeah, we attacked. Okay, they got a Blink of an Eye. This is still very much lethal, so first thing I'm doing is just attack with all. Actually don't have much to do. My hand is just, doesn't have anything. So I'll just attack with a lot of my creature. Yep. Alright, no need to attack. So let's cry. And, alright, I saw all my Temple of Mysteries. And I'll just play all my cards and pass the turn. So if I draw Crazes, I can draw the largest amount of... Oh, wait, actually I had a Lifting Druid. I forgot about it. Okay, but we didn't draw anything, so we'll pass. Temple of Misery. Alright, they play Tamio. Ooh. Let's see. They have some pieces, but they are very low on resources. And the Tamio can name Nexus of Fate here, or they can just go safe and get back Root Snare. And they do that, because they have double Atscanta. Ooh, another Reclamation. Now things are looking very bad here. Now things are looking very, very bad here. I need to draw a Deputy, or a Teferi to bounce my Deputy. How many Deputies are left? 0. Yeah, we did draw a lot of things and still can't win the game, which means that the matchup is definitely bad. You think that we'll reprint fetches anytime soon? I don't know about that. Alright, I found the Nexus. I'm not sure if we want to continue playing or just concede. I need to go to the restroom, but I don't know if I need to click on anything or I can let my opponent go with this. Alright, I missed on Nexus. Maybe they missed. The deck is 25 cards. We dealt with a Colossus missile. Oh yeah, but them having Tamio means that they can kill me anyway, because they'll get back Colossus missile. They'll bounce my. Oh, they take a lot though to bounce all my blockers and then attack with a 1/1. But obviously, I don't want to let my opponent do all the things, so I'm just gonna concede the game. Good game, opponent. Very well played. All right, there was a defeat. There was a very close game. I liked very much how the game played out. All right, need to go to the restroom 1 second. So, toilet emoji for Mango, and then I'll write all the thing that support to support Mango, even if you don't subscribe. And I'll see you in 30 seconds as I come back from the restroom. All right, Bant ramp. We continue the deck. The deck is basically the same Bant ramp from the previous standard. If you think about it, it hasn't really changed much, and the format kind of has changed. So I'm not sure if this is very good. All right, one of the reasons why I kind of hated Bant is hands like this. All right, against Field of Death. Ooh, that's scary. Thank you, Cousin Boo Boo. I hope so as well. Good morning, Andrea Draco. Alright. Let's get the value train rolling with this Rise and Reef turn 2. I don't have a Nisa, so I don't have strong incentivizes to go Lifting Druid or Rise and Reef. And there it is. Now I should have done it. Yeah, I can craft this deck safely. Yeah, this deck is kind of rotation proof, right? I think all the expensive cards are rotation proof. Alright, opponent here is doing something very unfair. Why would just curve out with mediocre elementals? Alright. I kind of think that the ways to win in this standard are just cheating on mana. With cards like Arbora Grazer, Abyss Rejuvenator, Circular's Routes, or just do 2-mana ramp spell. Rise and Reef sometimes does that, which... Okay, so let's... So if I play Paradise Druid pre-combat, the Leaf King Druid adds 1 more mana. But I don't think that's actually true. Okay, so let's do this. I'll play Nisa without tapping the Druid. And then I'll have 4 mana. Even though I'm not sure what I'm doing with 4 mana. I could go Voracious Hydra to fight with the Rise and Reef. That maybe is good enough. I think so, right? Yeah, let's do that. Also, there's a Tooth Ray, so I can block a zombie. Alright, I have 2 mana. Maybe they bounce my Leaf King Druid, then I just play part. Or maybe I should just go for Paradise Druid. No, I think I'd rather go for a Voracious Hydra here. This Rise and Reef, like if they have another Rise and Reef or something, they just draw 2 cards. And this deck is kind of a combo deck, so they just... What? Oh my god, they just blinked their creature? Really? I can't believe this is happening. Wow. Wow. Why is chat so angry at each other today? My chat's usually pretty nice. What's going on? Maybe I just wasn't here for a week and people forgot how nice was my chat. Or maybe it's just the summer. With the heat you become angry. What convinced you to add white to this deck? Andre's Trusty convinced me. He's a very good streamer, very good standard player. He said how he got from 1000 to 4th with this deck. So he convinced me into playing this deck. Yeah, opponent's really going off here. They really deserve to win. 3, 6, 7. Why do you play 2 Temple of Mystery in a deck with Field of Death? I don't understand it. Alright, maybe they just need it, or blue and green fixing. Alright, we untapped. Do we have 12 mana? We have 2, 4, no. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7... 11? Wow, almost 12.
Look at the look on Reed's face there. He can't quite believe what's happening to him here. That's got to become a meme at some point.
Almost 12, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Fuck, so close to 12. That's insane. Alright. Let's play a Crazes then. For, yeah, probably for maximum, right? Maybe not. Maybe 8 is enough. Where is it? Yeah, maybe 6. Yeah, the temple annoying us again. Alright, I think I like to play the fairy here. So I'll play the fairy. I'll probably just... I don't want to bounce anything. And next turn I can play the big finale. I think I just plus the fairy. There's no point on bouncing anything here. Bot's deck is not up to date. Alright, let's see if I can update it. So the deck list that I've played is the following. I think if you go exclamation mark deck list is updated. Adcom deck. I think, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I think it should be updated now. Yeah, it is updated now. Only deck wasn't updated. Deck list was updated. But also I have the cardboard live that can show you the deck. Alright, so now I can't go instant speed anything because I have the fairy, so I'm protected from that. So I can just play 10 angels next turn and hopefully that will win the game. Who knows? If they go for 20,000 zombies, maybe we'll still lose. Yeah, I think it's got a hostage taker. Interesting. It's okay, as long as we got our Nisa, it won't be a problem. Yeah, 10 knights and 10 angels, yes. Assessor for Mike the Fairy? Wow. Not the Nisa? Okay. I don't know why, but that's what they decided to do. That's okay. So, they'll probably attack. I need to jump. Oh, they don't attack. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'm gonna just topple my lands and see how much mana do I have. The answer is a lot. 16, yeah, I'm just doing, yeah. So I have right now 17 mana, so X equals... And I have now 15 Knight and 15 Angels. I think that's a pretty reasonable amount of creatures to put into play. At, I don't know which turn is it, but probably 7, maybe 6, because we ramped one land. Yeah. Alright. In between, before Ritual of Sooth? Oh, hopefully not. Hopefully no Ritual of Sooth, just that explosion. Where is my next event? Rome? This weekend I'm going to Rome for commentating the PTQ. It's actually the thing that I don't do very often, just commentate. Yeah, so yeah, it'll be a nice new thing to do. Alright, I want Ether Gust and Negate and Deputy and Furled Mystic. I don't want Voracious Hydras, Cavalier of Thorns. What else I don't want? Maybe a couple of the fairies. I'm gonna keep him Finale because he just made me with the game. I don't want to cut it. Probably cut one Rising Reef, one Teferi. Not sure about what's the best or the worst. Will you comment it in Italian? Yes, I will, because that's what the tournament organizer asked me. But I'll be together with another Italian streamer, Profumato, in case you know him. And the PTQ will be modern. And but if anyone comes in the chat asking in English, I'll make sure to answer in English. How long do I have to lean? How long do I have to lean Italian? What does that mean? Alright. I'll play Lionel Elves, very good start. This deck seems kind of old when vampires were most popular. What do you mean? Uh, um. All right. So here we have the decision to play Leaf King Druid or Paradise Druid. The Paradise Druid doesn't get bounced like the Leaf King Druid, so that's the tiebreaker, I think. How important is Voracious Hydra in this build? Not too much. If you don't own it, just play more Deputy of Detention. I mean, I like Voracious Hydra a lot. It's, kind of my pet card. But if you don't have it, it's fine if you don't play it. Alright, land. Missing land drop here, it's a pretty big deal. Missing land drop here was a pretty big deal. I think the game would have been so much different if I got Nisa to. Can I replace Voracious Hydra with Carnity? No, that definitely not. The reason why I play Voracious Hydra is because it's a removal spell. You don't play. Yeah, Carnity doesn't do anything anymore. The board stalls. People just have like random creature 3/5 with death touch and stuff like that. Alright, at 2 mana, 3, 4, 5, then I have 5 more mana. What I'm gonna do here is probably just play more Leaf King Druid. So I'll play Nisa. I'll untap a Glacial Fortress. Then I'll play a Leaf King Druid and pass the turn. We have only 2 lands, but we do have a lot of mana. When do you come back to America? I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Maybe Channel Fiber wants to announce it, but I will. I will come soon. I will come soon. Alright. This goes on top, yes. It's a very, very good, it's a very, very good card, the Ether Gust. The fact that he can put on top a spell, it's a pretty big deal. Alright, do they have enough lands to trigger the... Ooh, they double because they have Yarok. Wow. Do they also have... Alright, thankfully they have 2 breeding pools, so they don't double zombie me. Oh, now they do though. 3, 6, 8. Yeah, now they do. Alright, so they gain 2 life as well. Yeah, Yarok doing the thing. Okay, they attack me. Whatever. So that's your Nisa. So I'm gonna tap the lands that are not forests. Not that I have many, but... So I just play a pretty big Crazes now. With my last... I have Classic Board State where I have 0 lands. Classic Standard Board State. So that's 5, 6 mana. I'm gonna leave the Paradise Druid untapped. Because I can draw land plus 2 drop. Or nothing. Not that, 1 more mana doesn't change much. Okay, maybe next turn I can cast Finale for 12. I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 4, 14, 15 mana. Okay, so next turn I can go for Finale. Alright, this game's cool. I can go for Finale for infinite without even having the lands in play. Alright, I need to chump block here. I needed to chump block. Oh no, Nisa's dying. Maybe I made a mistake here. Maybe I made a mistake here. I should have not played the Crazy so big. I should have let Nisa survive. Yeah, maybe that was a pretty big mistake. Actually, how much mana do I have? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're 1 short. Oh no, we're 1 short. We are 1 short. Alright, I'm gonna kill a zombie instead of blocking the Incubation Druid. Because it's very likely that they just pump this. They have 1 on card. So... yeah, maybe if I block... If I play this Crazy as a 2/2, my Nisa survives and then I'm still able to cast this Finale. I kinda overrated the fact that I wanted to draw cards there. Opponents on Sultai? Yeah, it is. With Yarok, the discredent. There's a credit. Death Sprout. Ooh. Alright, now we're very far from Finale of Glory. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, Paradise Druid. So I'm definitely playing the Paradise Druid. Actually, let's do this. Let's play the Oh wait, can I attack first? No, I can't. So let's play this crisis for how much is it? Quattro sette. Actually, this is fine. I'll pay for another. Yes. Then hopefully I draw Leaf King Druid. Nope. Okay. Then I'll play a Paradise Druid. I'll play a Tapland and pass. I'm still pretty high life total, so maybe I couldn't take a hit here. How much mana do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Oh, so still missing 1 mana to play my finale. And I don't think I can survive 2 turns. The fastest way to get wild cards is drafting best of 3. That is the fastest way to get wild cards. Recovery someone's attacking. I mean, I might even block this. There's not really much my opponent wants to put on top of the deck. I could take it though. I don't think him. Yeah, I mean, if they put on top like a Death Sprout, kill my other Leaf King Druid, I'm still far from my Final of Glory. So since they attack only with this, I don't think I care too much. Still 19. Alright, so let's count it again. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. So yeah, still 1 mana away from casting the... So let's wait. Alright. Double Cavalier of Thorns. Actually, yeah. Okay, they have a lot of creature, but if they don't have a counter for my finale, this definitely wins the game. Why not counting in Italian? I don't know. Maybe so. I stayed 12 days with people who are talking in English, so my mindset probably changed since I left. All right. So I don't know how much mana do I have, but I'll top it all. I'll top them all. I think we're just winning back-to-back games thanks to Final of Glory. So we have 13 mana, so X equal 11. Alright, please resolve. Please resolve, don't counter. Ooh. Alright. The Cavalier is a reach, so I don't want to attack. Alright, they have Blast Zone, luckily. These cards are 0 cost, and the Blast Zone starts with a counter. So Blast Zone notoriously is not famous to kill tokens. Okay, they cracked the Blast Zone on 2, so they kill a bunch of Crazuses. Actually, they kill a lot of things. Oof, very glad it happened afterwards. Alright, sure, they zombie me, but I have 11 angels. 11 angels are very many angels. They do have 11 zombies that can attack, but I do have 11 angels. So if I attack with 11 angels, they block 2 of them. 9 multiplies for 4 makes 34. So I'll attack with all my angels. How to know how is there a fast way to attack with many angels, but that's okay. I'm gonna just click on each of them. Oh, even the vigilance. Wow, it's really not necessary, but it'll probably good enough. Press on 10. I didn't know that. All right. Good job. Good job, Final of Glory. We won both of our games thanks to Final of Glory, and we wouldn't have won without it.